It's got a letter in the mail today.
You will not believe, but I made this project work. Locate the area where you want to have fountain. It will require electrical connection, so plan accordingly where you're gonna jump it from to run underground conduit. I had outlet right outside of the property that we actually installed before planning this project. Let's break the ground. First phase of work is all masonry. You build in your fountain basin, which will be your waterproof container that holds the water. You can use bricks, or in our case we use pavers. Picking up those pavers. Yes, because we need to extend anyway. In my opinion, the bigger you make it, the better it will look. Don't be scared, homie, it's only pavers cost. This video covers the specific aspects of fountain construction and design, so I'm not gonna go over details of masonry work. Make sure your base is stable using paver sand.
That's a fact.
I don't know what soft hands are like.
The rest is standard quote-unquote brick and mortar work. Let's put the same on that, on the other side, on the opposite side. You can go creative on design. Please don't trust Craigslist people to do your electrical. What seemed like an easy task was done incorrectly. Sheeted cable in conduit caused overheating and outlet not working.
The sheathing's not even coming.
And I had to get licensed electricians to fix this mess and run individual insulated wires. My advice, call professional electrician and ask to install regular 120 outlet to your plant or already built fountain basin. Your next step is putting liner over your basin, which will create leak-proof barrier. We use 10 by 13 feet pond liner we bought in Lowe's. Laying it over rectangular shaped basin can be tricky. Make sure you don't overstretch your liner, it should stay slightly loose and flexible. Remember, tens of gallons of water add an enormous amount of weight that will naturally stretch and pull the liner down. I recommend adding a small amount of water at the bottom first to let the liner settle and stretch naturally, then you make your precise cuts. Our technique on securing liner is to cut it at least halfway over top pavers we lay it on and glue to them with a silicone. The final layer of pavers goes on top and gets mortared in as usual. I called it in time, leave one paver out by the outlet for the pump cord. Here is my advice about liner's choice. Even if it's big, folding it like my workers did will not help durability. Our liner was 14.5 mm thick. Water and other factors will eventually degrade your liner over time. Also, you might have someone cleaning fountain and not being gentle with liner, so you will end up with a leak there, which will be time-consuming pain in the butt to fix. My recommendation is to invest in higher quality, thicker liner to be safe. The magic of fountain, the splashing and flowing water, comes from the pump inside filter box that moves water through tubes and nozzles. There is no German engineering here and assembly is pretty simple, link to the kit in the description. The pump sits in filter box and by a balls around colonize beneficial bacteria that processes and breaking down waste. Two filter pads go on the top, they trap debris like leaves, algae, dirt.
Grits, I guess you would say. Different screens.
The kit got 3 types of nozzles you can use, they spray water differently. Depending on the style of nozzle you choose, you can design and plan decorative features around your assembly.
Like this.
Yeah. You definitely want to cover all this cheap looking tacky black plastic. I came out with design I called Paver's Puzzle Tower, having assembly located inside. Remember, the pump got electrical cord that we ran outside of fountain basin to receptacle before last paver is set on the top. Not the best way, but simple and budget friendly. We are 2 years in, pump is still running great. In the worst case, it's only brick and mortar work to replace one paver to access cord. We also added decorative rocks over the tower and later on the bottom of fountain basin. You run the water inside, plug in cord in, and the magic happens. And here, 4 essential tips to help you run in your fountain smoothly and efficiently. You need to secure nozzle head or tube leading to it not to bounce around. Drop in water level will also cause the nozzle to pop out.
Crazy.
We keep it in place with 2 pavers pressing it from the sides. It doesn't move and stays steady. Make sure to plan and set your water flow properly. You will be losing some water naturally from evaporation and depending on your fountain's design also to splashing. The more powerful the water effect you choose, the more water loss you will experience. And if the level drops below the pump basket, the water pressure will inevitably start pushing it out. Regardless of that, the pump must always remain submerged in water as it relies on it to keep the motor cool. Running it dry can cause it to burn out. You can't or will not add water every day, so plan your fountain flow accordingly. You can adjust it using the flow control right by the pump or by a diverter valve in your tubing. Once a year, the entire system should be disassembled and cleaned thoroughly using warm water, including nozzles. The best time of the year is in early spring before the water temperatures begin to rise. Replace filter pads when visibly deteriorating. If your fountain is in a pond setup, remember, bioballs contain the beneficial bacteria, so rinse them in the same water to preserve it, unless the water is swampy, bad smelling and needs replacing. Keep your fountain water healthy by running it continuously. The pump is designed for constant operation, and circulating water will reduce algae growth, musty smells, and unwanted organisms. For example, I discovered that frogs lay eggs in still water, and since we turned off the fountain during the off-season, we ended up with a whole gang of tadpoles there. You can add very low doses of chlorine, not bleach, to control algae and odors, but it will kill beneficial bacteria, so bioballs in filter box lose their purpose. And for fountains or ponds that support life, use a pond clarifier to maintain clear, clean water. I hope this video was helpful to you. Please like it and subscribe to my channel not to miss on future home improvement and construction projects.